I'm just going to wait for people to come. So that's what's happening right now. And then I need to check my lighting. But, hello. Let's check the lighting. See how this is going. Okay, it looks okay. Hi. Hi, Fardausa. Sorry. Let's see. How do I organize this? So we're going to do a quick, no, it's not going to be quick. I'm going to do a get ready with me. And we're going to do a chit chat for 90 Day Fiancé of the cast drama. So what I'm going to talk about is Leda and Eric versus Tasha, Leda's meltdown on Instagram, and Asuelu and Kalani's like drama. Did you guys know that Kalani's like conversation with the girl that Asuelu was cheating on her with got released? So there's that. Hi Jordan, hi Bria, hi Kari, hi Dasmain, hi Laroe, hey Vera, hey girl, hey. Okay, so I have my computer right over here to the side just so that I can see like your guys' comments. I'm sorry it's a little disheveled. You know, we're doing our best. Oh, and this natural lighting though. I'm so satisfied with it. Let me turn it this way a little bit. Let's see if that's a little better. Yeah, I like it. Okay. Hey. So, again, you guys, I'm going to be talking about some of the drama from the cast. Please go on ahead and type it down below if you have something that you want me to talk about that I'm not mentioning. I'm going to be doing a get ready with me. And I'm going to, after this get ready with me, I'm putting on deodorant. Sorry, no, it's gross. I'm going to film my actual video for 90 Day Fiancé because I just finished watching it. And then I'm going to do my morning tea if you guys watch morning tea. Let me get my mirror. Okay. So, thank you, Lana. Thank you so much for watching. Hi, Mike. Hi, Jennifer. Ooh, Toronto, Canada. All right, Winona, thank you so much, Winona. And hey, Cynthia, girl from Texas. Yeah. Oh, Mike's motivation is from the UK. Mike, I'm actually going to be in the UK. Chris and I, we're going to London for VidCon. Fingers crossed that VidCon pays for it. Because right now they just gave me free tickets because I don't know if you guys know, I won the grant through VidCon. If you guys don't know what VidCon is a content creators convention that is put on by a company called VidCon. That they're two brothers who used to be really big YouTubers, and they decided that they wanted to put together a convention for content creators, online content creators. So it doesn't matter if you're specifically on YouTube, but the majority of the people who are panelists and who go to this event are YouTube watchers and people who create content on YouTube. And originally it was just like a space for creators to get together to talk about like stuff and, you know, get to know each other and to network and stuff. But it's kind of turned into this whole big thing like Comic-Con and like, you know, teeny boppers get their parents to pay hundreds of dollars for them to go to VidCon every year to meet their favorite YouTubers and stuff. I'm actually I'm using Pixie. I really don't necessarily love Pixie because like they're not necessarily dark girl friendly or black girl friendly really at all. But some of their skincare products I'm feeling, you know, I'm into. So I'm gonna use that as a what is this called? Toner, because I just finished washing my face. And then I'm gonna moisturize and then we're gonna get started with the makeup. So shout out to those of you guys who used to watch my makeup tutorials because you know it's been a minute. Hey Cornfield, Illinois. Congrats on the grant, saw it on IG. Thank you so much. So yeah, it was really great. I actually met one of the guys who did, one of the brothers who did VidCon, who actually created it, and I was randomly talking to him, had no idea who he was. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just really nice to meet somebody at the convention who like put the convention together, randomly talking to him, no clue who he was at all. And he took down my information and was like, yeah, I'll check you out. And then like walked away. And then like 2 days later, I saw him on stage announcing that he was doing this grant. And I was like, oh my God, I just chopped it up with the dude who like runs this thing. I'm so glad I wasn't like weird. Anyway, so he started to what is that? What are the ears? Can you raise the volume a little bit? What is it? I don't know how to raise the volume. Would I come closer? Is that how you raise the volume? Like, I'm not, it's just my phone. Did that work? Should I bring it closer? Is that better? Yeah, let me raise it up again a little. Okay, you can hear me now. I found your channel when you went live. Oh, I found your channel. I just found your channel and then you go live. Welcome, Soph. What's the drama? I'm all ears. Okay, that's what's going on. I thought you couldn't hear me, girl, because it was like people were stressing me out last time because they couldn't hear me talking about. Okay, people get upset. All right. So, anyways, try not to hit it. All right. Anyway, so I met the guy. Whatever. Got the grant. It's great. Part of the benefit of getting the grant is that you get to choose to either go to the Anaheim convention that's happening in 2019, or you get to go to the one that's happening in London. Anaheim is in California. P.S. It's right around the corner from Disneyland. And so I chose to go to London, and I'm like taking Chris with me because, like, why wouldn't I choose to go to London? The thing is, though, it's not all expenses paid. Like, they just paid for the ticket for the convention, so you'd have to pay for everything else, which I'm just like, if it were in Anaheim, I wouldn't be paying for anything, because the last time I went to VidCon, it was, I'm waiting to talk about 90 Day Fiancé. P.S. I am going to talk about it. I'm just waiting until more people get here. The people, I got invited by Evelyn of the Internet, and if you guys know her, so I was able to just go for free and get all the, like, cool stuff. And, I want that experience again, because I've been as just a regular creator, and it isn't the best experience. The best experience for me in my YouTube career at this point would be for me to be a featured creator and to be able to go backstage and network with all the people. But, you know, it is what it is. All right, I put another thing on my face. It's a serum by Pixie, Skin Treats Hydrating Milky Serum. That is what's on my skin right now. And now we're going to go for some moisturizer. You're getting the full treatment, you guys. You are getting the full treatment. Let's go down. I'm excited to see what your show was. I'm doing my soap notes. Oh, soap dish? Is that what you mean, Dr. Salma? Hey from Fantana Girl. We neighbors. We neighbors. Okay. So, anyways, so what was the first thing I was going to talk about? Leda. Let's just talk about her because she's crazy. So several things has happened with Leda recently. Leda lost her Instagram. Instagram pulled her shit because she lost her shit and decided that she was gonna go crazy on fans, right? So here's the deal. This is where it gets a little weird. All right, so you guys know I don't really like to talk about cast drama because I like to kind of be nice to the cast. I don't like to be crazy with them because after I was watching Before the 90 Days, Molly's season, Molly actually reached out to me on Facebook and offered to send me something from Livy Ray Bras, but I kind of felt, I told her I loved her and I told her I was really appreciative of her, but I never sent her my address because I was just worried, you know what I'm saying? I was worried that it would influence my opinion, like maybe I wouldn't want to talk as much ish about her, but it also sobered me to the fact that these people are watching me and I don't want to be an asshole to them. I don't want to be embarrassed if I see them in public because I've been talking all this shit about them online. So from then on, I decided that I was gonna tell my jokes, because that's all it is, guys, is jokes, right? Sometimes people get like, oh, you're being so mean and like blah 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 blah. Like, for the most part, it's jokes. Like, you put yourself on TV, you know, you're getting a paycheck and you're allowing the producers to spin your story however they need to spin it to get you more airtime, and I'm gonna tell jokes about it, period. Like, that's just the beginning and the middle of the end of it. Nothing is here to, like, I'm not trying to make any huge social movements. I'm not trying to, like, you know what I mean, be a representative for whatever. I'm just trying to come up here and make jokes to show that I can talk about a show and be funny and have some light humor with it, and, you know, one day get on TV, girl, you know what I'm saying? So, like, but I do want to be respectful to the cast because they are human beings, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to tear them down. But Leda was not prepared for this, girl. She freaked out because you know, people who watch 90 Day Fiancé sometimes feel a little bit of ownership of the whole 90 Day Fiancé process, of the cast. You know, they feel like they should be able to tell them or say whatever they feel. And it's like, you have to realize that a lot of it is produced, right? And so the people just want to be on TV and they want to have that notoriety and they don't necessarily know what all they're getting into. And Leda for sure did not know what she was getting into. This is Lancome. It's the cushion and it's 555 suede C. And your volume is low. I don't know how to fix that. I can only talk as loud as I can. Okay, let's see. I'm putting this up. Does that do something? You know what I'm saying? Hey from Mexico. I don't know how to fix that, honestly. Like, I just did the best I could just now. I hope it didn't damage anything. But yeah, that's all I can do. It's like, okay, like, you know, because it's a phone. You feel me? So it's not like I can put up the volume. I can only speak louder, and I don't want to speak that loud. I don't know if you saw Kelly and Chris's channel from previous season. Davey and his friends, but they talk about how the show is scripted. Turn your own volume up. Maybe turn your own volume up. Your volume is fine. It's good now. Jesus, make up your mind. JK. Oh, I'm sweating. Okay, anyways. So, like, yeah, she went crazy, and she decided that if people were going to be talking shit about her, which really, as a person who watches the show, I would never go onto anyone's timeline on any social media and tell them about themselves. Like, it's just so inappropriate. Like, I get it, and we're in a time of, like, social media where everyone feels like they have access to everyone else and they should be able to give their opinions, but, like, not really. If you wouldn't come up on people in the street, like, if you wouldn't come up on somebody in the street and tell them that stuff, then you shouldn't say it to them on social media, right? I don't know, that's just how I feel. This is perfect. Got my lemon tea with me. Yay. All right. So, like, to me, yes, I'm saying, if you don't come to somebody on the street and talk to them any kind of way, then you shouldn't do it. You shouldn't do it on social media. Like, people are still people, and they should be allowed to have their feelings and, like, you know, whatever. So, anyways, so she went apeshit and, like, decided that she was going to capture pictures and like screenshot pictures of people and their families and put them up on her Instagram in her stories and, like, basically tell her fans and her subscribers that these people were harassing her or that they were bothering her or something like that, right? And so actually one of my subscribers, they did the same thing to her, and she actually told me about it. But she told me that she did go into Leda's DMs and started asking questions and telling her about herself, which I'm just like, she doesn't deserve for Leda to turn and do the things that she did, but I'm just like, why, you know? But anyways, so she just explained that that's what her experience was, and that Leda did take her information and put it in her stories and low-key tried to get people to, like, shame her, right? But I don't think anybody's really the fans of Leda. Like, I don't know, maybe there are people who are fans of her, I don't know, girl. But, like, anyway, so people started to report it, right? Because once you go down that road, like, that was dumb of Leda. Once you go down that road, that can be very, very dangerous. You shouldn't put anybody's information out there. That's one of the things that I'm super, super scared of. Like, super, super scared of is somebody just deciding that I've done something that they don't like and that they're just going to doxing me or they're just going to fuck up my entire life over something so dumb as 90 Day Fiancé. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Leda has fans either. Lifestyle with Abby. Yeah, I would like that. Is it LaRoe who said that? No, EK. I would love a same-sex couple. I would love a same-sex couple. That would be so dope. Like, come on, season 7. Come on, come on before the 90 days, season 4 or whatever it is. Like, let's get it together. How's my lighting doing? It's not the best. I should put my light on. Should I put my light on? Let me know. Let me know if you guys think I should put my light on, because I will. Show Leda's got no class. No one deserves private DMs. Like being bullied. I'm surprised I haven't been a fan yet. Okay, yeah. Anyways, let me know. I can see it. Anyways, so if you want me to put lighting on. So anyway, so she went crazy and did that. And then, so Instagram shut her thing down. You know what I'm saying? Which they should have, because you should not do stuff like that. And then, so she was just out of the game. And everybody was, like, reporting on it. And she took down all her pictures of, like, Alessandro and her ex-husband and, like, all this stuff. And I think her channel is back up again, or her page is back up again. But I'm just like, why doesn't she know that what she was doing was, like, effing crazy? Like, why is she like, this makes sense? But I guess it's because people were coming at her. And maybe things are different in Jakarta. Like, maybe you're allowed to do that in Jakarta. Lights, yes. please no same-sex couples. I'm not gonna listen to that because obviously, like, nobody cares. Anyways, so this is another color of the same brand. This is Nars Creamy Radiance. The first one was dark cocoa, and this one is cacao. I meant to buy cacao because cacao is more of a highlight for me, but they didn't have it, girl, and I was just like in a frenzy, feeling like I must spend all of my money. You know how that goes, right? You get into Ulta, you get into Sephora, and you black out for a second and start buying all the stuff. Can I agree that Eric is bullying Lada's family? Bullying? I don't think she's bullying them. Definitely Tasha. Yes, I definitely think she's bullying Tasha. But Eric is letting that happen, and that's another shitbag thing for him to happen. I'm sorry, my nephew's like screaming in the background, girl. Sorry if you can hear that. But anyways, so she went crazy. She decided to do that, and Instagram took down her shit, and then now the latest drama, and I feel like Tasha is being cool as a cucumber, girl. Tasha is coming back with all the facts about who did what in the house, who left what mess where, and the fact that that apartment is in fact hers, and she moved out of her like Eric made it seem that Tasha abandoned her mother and her baby sister, and then her older sister had to step in and take care of the baby sister. And it's like, no, Tasha just moved out of the house. Like, I think you're allowed to move out of your parents' house, like, when you want to, and your parents are just going to have to figure out a situation for taking care of your younger sibling. I mean, unless she just did it in the dead of the night, you know what I'm saying, like a thief. Like, I can't really be like, well, Tasha needed to stay home. So apparently Eric was kind of homeless for about 2 years because he never did just settle down. He was just like staying with family members, like not on the street homeless, but like staying with family members and like stuff like that. And finally Tasha's roommates who she was living with, they were a married couple, and they decided to get their own abode. And then Tasha was left without a roommate, so dad moved in, and then it just became like Tasha and dad, right? So that's what Tasha is saying. But Eric is saying, like, Tasha's this selfish person, and that, you know, like, just all this shit. And he's letting Leda do it. And, like, I don't even care if Tasha's in the whole wrong. Like, if Tasha was in the whole ass wrong, I do not care. Eric should not be going against his daughter publicly. Ever. Never. My nephew is like going through it. He's so spoiled. Anyways, like never, ever should that ever happen. And it surely did. And it's just so gross to me. It's like, no, I get you're saying she's an adult, but she's still a teenage adult. Like, she's not an adult. Like, I know we love to consider 19-year-olds and 18-year-olds adults, which by law they are, but some of them are not. The girl was walking around with a tail. Nothing is wrong with cosplay. I don't think, like, you know what I'm saying, but she's still walking around with her tail, okay? She's not quite there yet. I want a tail, but am I going to be on TV with one? No. This is off topic, but these 90 Day Fiancé people remind me of the Dirty John situation. I don't know what that is. Eric was trying to seem like he owned the place. You are beautiful, thank you. Eric is off. She needs to go home with her family. Eric needs to grow up. He's such a yada. 19 is not an adult. I agree. Where are your moderators to control these trolls? I can barely hear your nephew, so no worries. I don't have a moderator. I don't know how to do that. I don't do this enough to know how to do that. Eric is gross. He lies. Can't stand him either. Eric is a bad person. He's a bad dad. I was wrong. Same-sex marriage is recognized and they should be on. That would be interesting. Oh, okay. Yeah, I agree. So, yeah, like, I just think that Eric is just not being the best dad, and it makes me sad. You know? It makes me sad that he's doing this to her. But I feel like Tasha's coming out on top. Like, she's, like, living her best life on Instagram. She has a lot of fans now. And, you know, like, people are throwing mad respect her way, which is great. It's absolutely great. Okay, so now I've set all of that. This is some intense setting. I'm going to do my contour, and I'm using Juvia's Place, the Nubian. This heater is on. This vent is right up here. I'm sweating. I mean, I don't know if you could tell. But I'm using the Nubian by Juvia's Place. I'm using this color down in the corner right here. This is the best thing for my highlight. I'm using an angled brush. I'm going to dig right in there. As you can see, I've already hit pan. And I'm gonna go to the whatever. I'm gonna put it on right here. So yeah, Leida's a mess. I think she's just so young too. Like obviously she's very immature, and doesn't know how to behave. Because who does that? Who does that? All right, so let's move on from them for a while. If you have anything else to say about that, just let me know. Hey, girl from Denmark. I don't understand how the world Eric's considered adopting Alessandro. He treats his own kid. I'm just like, girl, I feel the same way. Finally getting you live. Bahamian in China. Oh, girl, you are international. Bahamian in China? I love it. Hey, girls, love watching you all the way from Mexico. Don't worry about the trolls, you guys. I'm not even paying attention to them. It's fine. Hey, girl from Mexico. Hey, girl, hey. Hey, girl, hey. So is Fernanda your favorite? That's what I want to know. I love Fernanda. I just think their storyline is mad fake. I love her. I think her storyline is mad fake. Mad fake. But, like, you know, it is what it is. That's fine. It could be fake. I don't care. So, let's move on to Kalani and Asuelu. So, we got some tea. We got some tea. Okay? So, the transcripts or the conversation between the girl that Asuelu allegedly cheated on Kalani with was released. Now, so this girl, I don't know who she is. I don't know if she's American. I don't know anything about her. But I'm using this color right here. I'm going to do my brows. What am I talking about? Let's do my brows. So she apparently, she doesn't know how to act because she's got a whole Vienna. Ooh, Austria. I want to go to Austria. Hello from South Africa. Hey, oh my God, South Africa. South African in Germany. Yes. Oh my God, I'm getting the international folks now. Okay, so I'm using Goof Proof Brow Pencil by Benefit. I mean, so far I haven't goofed, so maybe it is Goof Proof. Sweating. I have to close this vent. Excuse me for a second. Okay. Just to get a little pressure off of me, because it's like, I'm sweating. So apparently Asuelu did cheat on Kalani while she was pregnant, or at the very beginning of her pregnancy. And in those texts, which I don't know if I saw any time or date stamps, so who knows when they were sent, but that's what the texts allude to, that she came back to the U.S., and she was pregnant, and she told Asuelu about it, and I guess he had been having relations with different women. I'm not sure if they were tourists as well. I think so. I think that the woman was a tourist from Australia, and she had been messing around with Asuelu, and the reason how Kalani found out is because Asuelu had gotten a different Facebook page in order to talk to women with. So, like, she had found his other secret Facebook page, and I guess just started texting people? I'm not sure. But anyways, basically the whole thing was, like, she wasn't mad at the girl. She just wanted to know the truth because she's pregnant, and Asuelu said that he wanted to be with her. And apparently, like, Asuelu was, after they had already, like, discovered that Oliver was, you know, in gestation, that they now wanted to be together. And I guess he was still kind of messing with this girl. And the girl was like, yeah, you know, I have been messing with him. I'm so sorry. I didn't know that he had somebody. And Kalani and the girl are just having, like, very cordial conversation. Like, Kalani's not going crazy. She just wants to know the situation, you know? And so this is, I guess, why Kalani hates Asuelu so much. Is because of this situation. I'm sorry if I was covering my face just now. Is because of that situation. And so in the end of it, Kalani drops the N-bomb, and she's like, that's okay, I just wanted to know, and I didn't want to waste my time with a trifling ass beep. And I was just like, it doesn't bother me when non-black people use the N-word, and I know people are going to be mad at me for it, but it doesn't bother me. Hey, girl from Jersey. I saw the text exchange. I think Kalani... It's going fast. Fair is the youngest. Okay, we're not talking about Fair right now. But Kalani and her family are the worst, and they blame editing. Okay. So anyway, so it looks like it must be true that Asuelu did cheat on her, I guess from her perspective of being in a relationship, a kind of relationship with him, or something. But here's the deal. I still go with Ashley's doctrine. What happens in the island when I'm not there stays what happens in the island when I'm not there. Like, okay, so whatever. So now we see why Kalani is kind of like, do I want to marry this guy? But it seems like he's like down for her now, and maybe she's just residually angry for his behavior at that time. Maybe he just felt trifling to her and like a liar. And I get that, but he's also 23 and she's also 30. So she's not dealing with a grown man. And that's not an excuse necessarily, but just from another grown woman to another grown woman, like that is kind of what happens. And so you got to kind of like protect yourself from that kind of fuckery when you're dealing with someone who's so young. So anyways, so she used the N-word. People are upset about that. But I'm more so like, now this makes more sense why she's lording things over Asuelu the way she's doing. So if that conversation is in fact real, and that's the real deal Holyfield, then I understand why she is behaving the way she's behaving. But I think that needs to be known. I'm not sure why she's trying to protect him. And maybe so that her family can like him. But we've already established that they don't like him. And that they will always think that he's low-key using her. I don't like the N-word, but it doesn't matter who says it. I don't get more upset because Kalani used it. Okay, see, that makes sense. It's like, I think it just depends on you and your thing. I after living in a place for so long where it was culture to use the N-word and it had nothing to do with like I lived in New York City where like it was more so culture with the hip-hop culture and everybody used it. So like when everybody got mad at Jennifer Lopez for using it, I wasn't mad. And I tried to be mad, but I just wasn't. Like, there's other fish to fry in my life than worrying about people who feel connected to the culture. And I'm not saying that they are. I'm just saying that is their feeling, and I know it's not coming from a place of a hard R. Now, does that mean that I think every ethnicity of people need to use it? No. I think that certain groups, I understand if they do, and I'm not mad at it. Like, Spanish people. Or, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, Spanish people. Or, like, people who are part of deeply entrenched in the culture, you know? Those that are invited to the cookout. But you can definitely think differently. And it's not like I'm advocating for it or telling you you're wrong. I respect everybody's opinion about how they feel about it. Because it's personal and people are allowed to feel how they want to feel. So the next thing I'm going to do with my face is I'm going to set my foundation with my... dark powder. It's by Shea Moisture. Shea Moisture no longer does this anymore. It's illuminating powder. The color is called Mandali Bay. I really don't like it, but I'm like self-hating. Yeah, and that's another thing too. To me, Kalani is not that she's not a person of color, because she actually is, but her whole like obsession with like, oh, white people are better. And I'm not saying that she said this. I'm just saying that's what it feels like. And it also feels like low-key Asuelu thinks white people are better too. And I didn't mention it because sometimes it's hard to talk about everything in the videos because I'm trying to be funny. But like, the part of me that's a person of color is really sad that Asuelu likes the fact that Kalani and his son are white. Because I don't understand the obsession. It feels anti your culture, and it feels like colonialism, and it feels like, I wonder if the Mormons went to Samoa for missionary work. Are there a lot of Mormon Samoans because of that? Like, to me, missionary work is just as bad as colonialism. Like, I know everybody's like, oh, it can't be, but like, no. I don't like any of that. I don't like it when any group of missionaries from any kind of European whatever go to another country in order to convert those people, because they're always going there with a sense of entitlement. Like, we can help you find the way. These people have been living their lives for thousands of years on their island, minding their own business, and you're going to come to them and tell them that their way of life is wrong, and here's this better way? Nope. Their religion is wrong, and here's this better way. I know it's a part of the doctrine, I know it's a part of the culture, and it's part of the religion, because that's what religion is to spread the good word, and comes from a place of positivity, but I don't think it's great for countries. Yeah, I don't support the missionaries. Like, yeah, I feel like that's how Lo got involved as well. I agree with you. Oh, hey, Booba Lop Bop. Boobalop bop. Hey, girl. But yeah, so anyways, that's a whole other thing too, and it really does disgust me that Asuelu thinks that it's great because that his kids are his son is white and that Kalani's half white. Like, what does that even mean? Like, I want to know, like, I also wonder, and I'm gonna ask my white friends this, like, what do they feel or think when they hear of people of color being ashamed of not being that because they aren't white? Like, what do you guys think? Do you think, like, oh, like, what do they think? Because if that, okay, I try to think if, like, my people were the colonists and, like, went around to other countries and, like, did all this stuff. Like, would I feel, like, when now that we're in this time of year, or this time of our humanity where we understand that colonialism is a thing that, like, tore down communities and peoples and killed a lot of folk and, like, is this horrible thing that happened. And, like, there are huge groups of people and there's colorism and there's like a whole swath of dark people throughout every single creed, ethnicity, nationality who think that they're ugly because they aren't white. And knowing that, like, what if there were a group of people who, like, thought they were ugly because they weren't dark? And, like, were doing horrible things to themselves in order to be dark. Well, I don't know what they would be able to do, but, like, what's akin to, like, skin bleaching besides being in the sun? You know what I'm saying? Like, what is that like? It's like, it's weird self-hate, and it's like, what do you think of that? It's kind of like how Ashley is feeling. I don't know if you guys watched this new episode, but, like, Ashley just being completely thrown back by racism, and, like, being like, I didn't know, isn't that crazy how someone can hate someone else just based on the color of their skin? And I'm like, yeah, girl, for, like, 600 years. Like, welcome to the party. Like, welcome to racism. It was so crazy and so naive. And, like, I'm not mad at her because she's, you know, born into a world that's catered to her, but, like, it was just crazy. Like, I mean, poor Jay, he's sitting there next to somebody who's, like, not even, Ashley can't help him at all, girl. She can't help him at all. She has no frame of reference. It's not the racist side of town, it's the white side of town. And so for us, I think people might think, oh, when you say the white side of town, you automatically assume racist. But, like, Ashley doesn't think her peoples are racist. Like, she's not thinking that her friends and family are racist. She's thinking that racism happens over there. It happens over there. Like, it doesn't happen here. Because, you know, she's never, like, I'm sure her friends and family have never said anything like, oh, I hate black people or anything like that for her to even know. And she's, you know, fairly naive. So let's go on to my eye makeup, now that I'm cooled myself off, because, girl, I was hot. There is a German girl who changed her skin tone. Hi from Vienna, Austria. Love listening to you talk, Wah. You're so upbeat and fun. Great. Ashley never knew racism because she's blonde, white. Yeah, right. Why would she even know? She's already said that Jay would be the only black guy in town. How is that normal? But I still don't think that she thinks that people, like, she's already coming from a different frame of reference, the fact that she would ever even consider dating a black guy. You feel me? Like, she's already coming from a different angle at it. So she's probably not ever really dealt with it. I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt, like, hardcore, because I just have to. But anyways, let's get back to Kalani and whatever. So, now, if the story between Kalani and the girl is true, and Asuelu did do whatever, Kalani says that Asuelu pushed her against the wall. What does that mean? Did he? Why is she with him if he did? Is it some kind of, like, I need to stand by him because he's my baby daddy? Is she traumatized by him? Because it doesn't look like she's traumatized by him. But that doesn't mean she isn't traumatized. I'm just saying I don't get that feeling. So I feel like we need to know that. That was need to know pertinent information. If we had known that Asuelu was abusive to her, if we had seen it, and was not seen it, but, like, if we had ever seen a situation where she confronted him on camera in front of, like, TLC and the producers, and him say, no, I didn't, or, like, whatever, then we would be a little bit more on Kalani's side, right? Wouldn't we? Pushed her against the wall, allegedly. You're right. You're right, pirate. You're right. Ashley might be white, but I don't think that's a good excuse for her ignorance. I mean, it's not a good excuse, but it's an excuse that's valid. But Boobaloo, what are you saying, girl? They have me. I'm gonna show you your little comment. What are you saying? They like held your message for a review. Be careful what you say, girl. During sex or in an abusive way. Okay, the Aries. She said pushed him. She didn't say. She didn't say. She said, well, he. Okay, so the girl she was texting said something to the effect of Asuelu got fired from the resort because he had like some kind of altercation with a woman who worked there as well. I don't know if it was physical. I don't know. It was some kind of altercation allegedly. So that is the T, you know? So we don't know what it is because Kalani has hidden that fact, and we don't know why she's hidden that fact, especially because a lot of the vitriol that's coming to Asuelu is due to that supposed situation. So we need to know that so that we don't think poorly of Kalani, because right now Kalani and her entire family is getting a lot of hate because we are not given the whole truth. She can't try to protect both parties. She just needs to let it all go. And if he did push her against the wall. Okay, so anyways, so when girl says, oh, Asuelu got fired from the resort because he had an altercation with one of the females who worked there, right? And so then Kalani's response was, oh, that makes sense because he pushed me he pushed me against the wall. So, girl, like, what is the truth? What is the tea? Like, what is the situation? You know what I'm saying? Like, how are we supposed to know? How are we supposed to make an educated opinion about this situation? We're not even given all the information. So, it's like crazy. Does Kalani speak in Asuelu's language? I feel like he needs a chance to explain himself in his language. I don't think she does. Lo must, right? Because he was 12 when he left. I don't put it past Asuelu. Don't let the soft voice fool you. I heard MJ was a gangster. I heard Michael Jackson was a gangster too, girl. I heard that wasn't even his real voice, and that he was just like, hi everybody, and then he'd be around people, he'd be like, shut up! Like, he cussing people out, calling people the N-word, all kinds of stuff. He was Joe Jackson in the house, but he was Michael Jackson outside the house. That's what I had heard. But yeah, no, I'm not putting it past Asuelu at all. I'm saying that I want to know that officially, so that I can support her. I don't hate on her so much, because I feel bad hating on her so much, because I feel like, why? What is it? Why? I don't feel like we should be hating on her so much. I want to like her so much. I'm like, she can't just be this horrible person. Something must be going down, and we're just not made privy to it, and I think that we should be. Especially because it just doesn't make sense within the confines of the story, right? I'm not saying I need to know every single moment of that girl's business. I'm just saying in the confines of the story, it doesn't make any sense. I think they're all nuts. You're right. Okay. Hide. Come on. Don't say anything derogatory, you guys. What am I doing now? So I did my eyes. I'm going to do a little bit of like brown or something in my crease because it's needed. So I'm going to take this fluffy brush and I'm going to use this color right here, which is like a sienna, as my like little transition situation. And it's going to like open up my eye a bit. And then, yeah, let's do that. So, anyways, that's about Kalani and Asuelu. Want more tea, want more information on that. Want to know, like, why, she doesn't want to marry him, which, after hearing that information, I don't blame her for not wanting to marry him. Especially because she low-key feels like he only wants to come to the U.S. But, like, isn't that one of the benefits? They all just want to come to the U.S. But that doesn't mean they don't love you. And, like, you're the mother of his son. Like, I don't necessarily know that he's going to come here and act a plum fool. He might. But you need to make that decision on your own. I can't, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a personal decision. I seen a bonus video that Kalani and Asuelu were mentioning that they were having a video call with Asuelu's brother. Oh, yeah. That already happened. So that was what happened. I still can't. What's the name of the palette again? The Nubian by Juvia's Place. Kalani dragged him to the U.S. I don't believe he dragged him. I don't believe that. I feel like he really wanted to come. You don't have to drag anybody to the U.S. So, yeah, what else? Tell me what else. What else should we talk about? Soap notes are boring. Soap notes are just boring patient notes. What are soap notes? Kalani dragged him. What's happening? What else is happening? Kalani. I mean, listen, I'm not, like, defending Kalani's self-hate. I'm not defending Nicholas's dumb remarks because I don't like him because of that dumb, like, oh, I can't say your name. Also, like, I hate when people tell me they can't say my name. Like, somebody called me Wahaima the other day. I was like, okay. I haven't been called Wahaima in a long time. Oh. Name anxiety, it'll never end. It'll never end. People will just say whatever. Or like, wah. Even when I say wah, people are like, woo? Whoa? Wah like water? I just can't. I just need to start telling people my name is Lisa. That's my fake name. When I'm in, like, at a party, I don't want to talk to somebody, I tell them my name is Lisa. Steven is an annoying toddler. Yeah, I follow, what time is it? 3:20. What time am I going to work? That time. What time am I here? That time. What time should I film by? 4:30. I need to film by 4. It's 3:20. Okay, great. We're still on time. Yeah, so I don't want to really give that much away about Steven and Olga, but Steven was doing a little much for me. But he was communicating. So at least he was communicating. I mean, he was communicating at the wrong time. I feel like 2 weeks into it is a little too soon to be telling somebody that they don't love you enough, and they're not running and jumping into your arms when you have a toddler. I mean, a newborn to take care of. But he's trying to communicate. That's all I can say. He's trying to communicate. The weirdo. He's so weird. All right, now I'm gonna wipe this off because I want to put some blush on. That's the thing I hate about baking, is that when I bake, I don't feel like it wipes off. I feel like it just sits on my face. So then I just have, like, I have to, like, super blend it out to get it to look normal. Because otherwise it's just like, orange, you know? Orange! She baked! It doesn't ever look seamless. Oh, totally wiped away my contour. So I'm going to have to put that back on. I don't ever put on makeup for work anymore, so this is a rare treat for everyone. They should be grateful. You have a big, yes, thank you. I do have a big blip on my forehead. Steven is so needy. Girl, you had it on forever. You're right. The whole Steven situation is yeah. Steven's situation, like, but I know it's going to get better. I have faith that Steven's situation is going to get better and that he's going to grow up and they're going to work it through. I just want one of the producers to low-key have, like, some kind of psychological degree or, like, some kind of psychology degree and to be like, but Steven, you're saying these things, but do you really think that 2 weeks is too soon? And I want him to be like, no, 2 weeks isn't too, oh, maybe 2 weeks is too soon. You're right. Like, you're right. I just, okay, I need to give it some time. I need to give it some time. And yeah, she did just have a baby, and they did just cut her open and remove her organs and put them back in again. You're right. You're right. Yeah, I am a little needy that I want her to, like, he wants her to, like, it's just too much. He wants her to, like, cultivate this relationship and keep it going strong after she's just had this baby. Like, her hormones aren't all over the place. Like, you're making our love die because you're paying more attention to the baby than me. That is not what's happening. Oh my god, yes. Look at my last name, girl. I see your last name. What does that mean? Assessment plan. Is it a method of documentation employed by... I don't know what that means. You're being rational while Steven is a mess. Yeah, I try to be rational because being irrational can come to me so quick. Alright, so another thing I'm using by Juvia's Place. Basically, was this not a Juvia's Place Get Ready With Me girl? Because that's exactly what I feel like it was. This is their, the Nubian by Juvia's Place. It's a loose highlighter. This color is called Nubia. I also have a palette that I use that has their highlight in it, but I just bought this one, so... I mean, I feel like I just keep buying Juvia's Place, and I don't hit pan on anything. This is the Saharan, the blush palette, and I love this. I use these two, this one and this one on the side here, as my highlights. I don't really use this one, but I'm going to use it right now. Neo as my blush. Am I? What lip am I doing? Let's decide what lip I'm doing. Ooh, maybe I should do like a bold pink. Let's do a MAC lip. What's happening over here? Some psychologists see needs to talk the rest of his cast as well. He really needs to talk to therapists. Oh no, he totally needs to talk about therapists. He totally does. Girl About Town. It's a really vibrant pink. My nephew just came to the door. Okay, so let's put some highlight on. Whoa! Girl. Yes, ma'am. You guys see that? Were you able to see that? Let me see. Oh, yeah. Look at, I'm still, like, highlight. I haven't blended it out. Oh, I left it on too long. All right, look at that. Oh my god, I'm still so highlighted. All right, let's see what you guys are saying. Girl, trying to deal with him. Gleams to the god. Hey, thanks, girl. Thanks, Thado. While you're low-key blessing us with a makeup tutorial, highlighter looks awesome. You can just tell, feel the future abusive partner. And Steven, yes, you're right. Oh, Trevine, you're right. You're right, Trevine. And I felt it too. You know, have you guys seen this movie called The Waitress? About a woman who was played by, I think her name is Carrie Fisher. No, that's not Carrie Fisher. She's the girl from Felicity. I don't know her name. Remember Felicity back in the day? She was in it, and then she's a waitress. And what kind of brushes are you using? This one is, oh girl, I don't remember. It's not on here anymore. Oh, I don't remember. They're not on here anymore. I do use Morphe. I am using some Sonia Kashuk. This is the Sigma Flat Kabuki from the BH Cosmetics. These are BH Cosmetics. That's what it is. I have so many brushes, a lot, because I don't like to wash them. So I just buy a lot so that I have a lot on deck. Anyway, so you guys watch this movie called The Waitress. The Waitress is about a woman who is married to a very abusive man. And in the beginning, you don't know he's abusive. And she gets pregnant. And he starts to worry that she's going to pay more attention to the baby than to her. And she knows that he's going to freak out. And so she has to, like, leave him because she doesn't want him to, like, abuse the baby. And I'm just like, that is insane. That's an, like, I mean, it's insane, but it isn't, you know, human nature is human nature. And I think people come in all different shapes and sizes and crazies. And that is very well plausible. I mean, it seems like it should be rare and kind of like delusional, but I do think that there are some men who like might feel that way, might feel that their wives are low-key. Yeah, it is insane, but it does happen in real life. Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. Like, there are men out there who feel just like jealous of the newborn baby because their wife pays more attention to the baby, and I'm just like, but the baby is this helpless thing. Steven's gonna tell Olga that she doesn't need to worry so much about the baby. Like, he knows. Like, he has any idea. Like, he has any idea about taking care of a baby. Like, the instinct in Olga to protect her baby is strong because she is a female of the human species. And that is the instinct in not every mom, but it is the instinct that naturally comes. Like, some women don't have it, and that's fine. But Olga has it, so let her have it. For him to say that, like, I'm just adding more highlighter. She's gonna be crazy. For him to say that is, like, insane. He's not had a kid. He's never been around a baby. And he's going to tell her she just needs to tamp down her instinct? Like, and more than anything, that she has to feed the baby really often. Yeah, like, wasn't Felicity the one who cut her hair in the puppy? Yeah, that show. The girl from that was in this movie called The Waitress. But the guy had the same problem. What did I do here? Look at this mess. I'm going to fix it. It. Maybe with this brush. Didn't really fix it. All right, so let's go on to the blush because we messed that up. So I'm using Love Thing by MAC. It has some shimmer in it as well, so it should go well with the mistake I just made on the side of my cheek. Stephen wanting to be thanked. Yeah, Kerry Russell. Yes. Thank you, S. Betty. Thank you. Kerry Russell's in that movie. He's so insecure. You haven't thanked me. I've been doing all of these things for you, Olga, and you haven't thanked me at all. I came to Russia to be with you. And Olga's looking like, thank you, Stephen. Like, what? Could you imagine being in a relationship with somebody and you have a baby and they tell you that you're not thanking them 2 weeks out? Like, can we talk after 3 months? After we're out of the fog of not sleeping and sore nipples and leaky titties? Can we talk about that after 3 months? Like, we're not going to have this discussion about our relationship right now. I don't feel like they're on the same vibe. She's really chill and he's just, I feel like he's also, though, like, just wanting to be really good. It's coming from a good place. I don't think it's coming from a crazy place. I mean, low-key is coming from a crazy place. But I don't think it's coming from, like, a bad intending crazy place. So that's the other reason why I'm like, oh, Steven, I just want you to get better. I want you to get some love and get some help. All right, so what else are we going to talk about? I feel like that common for young fathers. They get up and change diapers in the middle of the night and want a standing ovation. Blush looks good. Thank you, Sophie. Yeah, I mean, I guess they do sometimes. I don't really know many young fathers. All of my friends who had kids when we were young, their baby daddies wasn't ish and were never there, and I was low-key the baby daddy. So, like, or they had their moms there. So, like, I don't know. I've never seen a young dad in action. Not that young. So I'm using, this is from Pretty Vulgar. It's a gel liner. This is a Sigma brush. It's angled. I am still not good at perfecting my eyeliner. My eyes are 2 different shapes, and I have a hard time. I'm about smoke. Check out, oh, what is this? How do I, what is this nonsense? Remove. Great. Did it. Okay. Melanin Poppin' Light is hitting you right. Don't even watch the show anymore. Just watching these reviews. Colty and Larissa. Okay. Colty and Larissa. Girl, I found... Oh, it's on my phone. I was about to show you this picture. So, Debbie is leaking pictures of herself, girl, in the 70s. And Mama was fly. Same eyebrows, but fly. And there's like a picture of Colt's dad and her in the 70s as well. And it just looked really sweet. And we were just like, oh... Colt came from such decent stock. Larissa and Colt, if they choose to have kids, are going to have cute kids. I know you guys are mad at me because I'm like, would I sleep with Colt? Not in his current state. But I don't think that he's, like, deplorable. Those cats is really, like, ugh, I just can't with the cats. So this eye is, the eyeliner on this eye is always bomb. The eyeliner on this eye is not. My eyes are 2 different shapes and I have a hard time figuring out how to get them together. Random, can I watch you put on makeup while chatting all day? Such a creep. You're fine. My sister is in a fling with a guy from Nigeria this past summer, and she tried to sign up for the show, and TLC actually responded. Dang. A fling? They're taking anybody? Oh, I thought you had to be, like, fully in the process. Well, I guess you could be before the 90 days. I wouldn't want to be on this show, though, because I feel like it's gotten too big and it's gotten too crazy, and, like, you don't want the vitriol from, like, random people on the internet telling you about yourself. Like, who wants that? Like, I mean, we know Jonathan and Fernando do, for sure. I wonder who signed Eric up. Eric and Lita. Was it Eric? Did Eric call the show and sign him up? I mean, it seems like something that Colt would do, because Colt seems to be loving the attention that he's getting. Oh, and we finally get to see in next episode another side of Larissa, because she looks like she's yelling like a banshee. See, this is so bomb to me, and this side is not. It's because I didn't make this one lower, but I don't know how to. Whatever, this is life. This is the life of Wah. She doesn't know how to do it. Okay, so we did the eyeliner. Let's do a little bit of mascara. You'd be surprised how many people seek that kind of attention. Hey, Isabel! How are you? I haven't seen you in so long. What do you... I feel like you don't post videos or not getting them. Just stopping to say hi. Camera quality and looking dope live. Oh, XOXO girl. XOXO. Tell me if you're loving that coat. Are you wearing it? Is it working right now? Is it cute? Is it too cold to wear it? Let me know. Should be mineral powder to be close to the shaded foundation. MAC artist give me NC46 foundation and NC55 powder. Is that right? He says. Oh, this is not MAC. I don't use MAC foundation anymore because it's not quite right for me. Something in the formula. I mean, I have a lot of it, but I just don't use it. I focus on Lancome, so I can't tell you. I think in MAC I was NC50, but I believe they changed it, and now I would be NC55. Jonathan's peen. I was so nervous for Chris. Did you guys watch Chris's live? I was so nervous for Chris when she was talking about Jonathan's peen because I feel like it could be, like, seen as her, like, sitting around porn. I don't know. Maybe she didn't. I was just nervous. Sometimes I get nervous about things. But anyways, did I see it? PT, what do you think of these partners coming out with any capital to sustain themselves while they are therefore sacrificing partners? What partners? Coming without any capital. Oh, I see what you're saying. What do you guys think? What do you think of the foreigners coming to the U.S. without any capital? I don't know. I don't feel like they don't have any capital. I just don't think they talk about it. Also, like, what's the exchange rate? Like, if you're coming from the UK, like, John's money would go longer in the US than Rachel's money going into the UK. Because the UK dollar is stronger. The pound is stronger than the dollar. So, like, I don't know about any of the other places. Honestly, I don't understand why Leda didn't take that money on the low from her dad. She could have been bought herself some furniture. Like, it seems like it's drama. I would have been like, Dad, he doesn't want it, but I'll take it. Like, it seems like she's just cruising for drama. Why didn't she just take the money? Why doesn't she have her own money? How does the Jakarta money stand up? It might be something like, I don't know, girl. I have no idea about international money, so I don't want to speak on it. But if anybody knows what the Jakarta rate is, like, if you want to Google that, you can. Hello, does anyone know if she's using her phone, camera, or what? I'm using my phone. My computer is right here. This is my phone camera. Did you notice that Cole and Larissa have couches now? I did. Girl, I have a whole joke about it. I did notice. That was the first thing I noticed. I'm like, why didn't they talk about it? So anyways, Colty's saying that he wants to get Larissa things that she needs because he doesn't want her to go back to wherever she's from, Brazil. Right, take the money later or however you spell her name. Yeah, that's how you spell her name. Take it. Girl, that's your money. It's your dad. Hi, Hot Cocoa Bang Bang. You guys have some crazy names. Hot Cocoa Bang Bang. LO girl would have taken the money too. Knows how Lita speaks. Yeah. So I imagine that Lita was. So this is what I was gonna say before I decided not to say it because I didn't want anybody to come for me. You know, you can't say anything wrong. But this is what I was gonna say is that their money might be tied up in like the British pound because you can get more bang for your buck, right? So if the Jakarta money isn't as strong as the dollar, you would then transfer it to London, and then you could take the money from London and transfer it to the U.S. and have more money. What are you gonna say? You know, if that's what they're about. But it sounds like Raina and Lita were taught English by either the Brits or they came to the UK, to Britain to learn English. Or at some point schooling or something. Because they speak a very British English. But even, I feel like Raina's English is better overall than Lita's. Lita still is making like grammatical errors, like in her speech, so it leads me to believe that she didn't necessarily go to school. She might have though. She might have. But she might have gone to school in London and just kind of learned English, and so she has a kind of a mixed accent with it. I was wondering if Lita's money... Yeah, I feel like, you know what? After reading Crazy Rich Asians, one, and then after talking to... Because I live by a university, and that university gets a lot of foreign exchange students. And because I work in the same area as well, I run into a lot of foreign students. And my brother also graduated when he got his undergrad, and he went to that same school with the foreign. So he had a lot of he had a lot of like Arab and Chinese friends who were in like business classes with him, and they all had crazy money. And I don't know how Jakarta is, but like I can speak on China as far as that the people that I met for his friends is that, you know, China's a communist country, right? So anybody who comes out of China that's rich, right? No one should be rich. But they are because of whatever dealings, you know, I'm not going to speak on international situations, right? So they send their kids here to go to school because they're rich enough to be able to do that. Like not like pedestrian rich, like rich, like super wealthy, and like there's this whole elitist. Like a lot of the billionaires that are in this world are from Asia, so like just as much as there's like really popular doctors here who make a lot of money, there can easily be the same in Jakarta because, you know, he could be a very famous doctor who works on famous people and therefore charges a lot. So he could be not necessarily in the same social class as them, but very high up there. And labor is cheap, right? Cost of living is cheap. Like people live in apartments, they buy apartments. You know what I'm saying? It's a different way of managing things. Like when I worked in retail in New York City, when I tell you that the Chinese would come in, bro, like I'd be waiting for the Chinese to come in. I'm like, like, ni hao, you know what I'm saying? Like, how can I show you a bag? Like, how can I show you a bag? So like, $1 US is 14 IDR Indonesian money. Girl spent 300K on her first wedding. I don't know if that was 300K US or like what. Are U.S. schools really that much better than overseas? Are U.S. schools really that U.S. schools? No. U.S. schools are not better than overseas. Eric isn't spending that much money on the wedding. He isn't. Are U.S. schools really that much better than overseas? No, our schools are not better. That's like internationally known that U.S. schools aren't necessarily that better. But it's like the besides like Cambridge and like Oxford, like they're like the US and the UK kind of battle it out for what degree gets you what kind of acknowledgement in whatever, right? So maybe it's a little bit cheaper to send your kid to go to undergrad here and then send them to like a master's program or something somewhere else. Like a lot of the people that I knew who came here to go to school were just coming to school here to get their undergrad so that they could go elsewhere. And if you have like a degree from the US, depending on what school, then you can easily get into a top tier school in your native country. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, it depends on that and what your plan is. And if you want, you know, some people send their kids to different countries. Like, I knew of a family who sent like the daughter to the U.S. and the son to the U.K. so that they can try to like expand in markets. Like if you have family members in other parts of the world, then you could easily do business and stuff in other parts of the world. Just wondering why they come here for school. No, I feel you, Gina. I see what you're saying. Now, I didn't understand what you were. I was thinking like elementary school. I was thinking like primary, regular education. I wasn't thinking of higher education when you said that. Yeah, no, I think that like even within like the Ivy Leagues, like people talk bad about Stanford within the Ivy Leagues. Like it's like Harvard, Princeton, and like oh you went to Stanford because you couldn't get into Columbia or like whatever it is. Like I've heard stuff like that. I didn't go to an Ivy League, so I'm not really a part of that. Like I don't know it as much, but just like little smatterings of things that I've heard here and there. Oh my god, you guys, let's get ready. Okay, I stopped completely getting ready. Alright, so did the eyes, did the brows, did the thing. Lip. Let's do the lip. She's doing a bold pink lip. You think Leda is unbearable. I think that she's just spoiled, like, and she's just like used to getting whatever she wants. And I think that in her mind, the tactic is just to push harder. And Eric is supposed to give her, but like Eric did, I'm not saying he catfished her, but he shouldn't have promised her what he promised her if he couldn't give it to her, because he already knew what she was working with. And it's kind of like Anfisa and George, like don't promise things you can't give, like, and men like to do that, like it's like, not like to, sometimes men do that because they want the prize, right? But like, sometimes you just gotta be realistic. And sometimes they're not realistic with what they can give and what they cannot give. And they just feel like you should be grateful for coming to the U.S. Low key. I don't understand why Leda couldn't get to the U.S. without him. Does she really love him? Does she think medical school would be cheaper? I don't know. So this is More to Love. It is a very old... I'm trying to like warm it up. Ooh, do I have a... Yeah, I'm gonna go old school. I'm gonna go old school on that. It's a little dry, you know what I'm saying? Let's warm it up a little bit. Remember we used to put on this was liquid liner? Remember liquid liner before there was liquid liner, girls? even working. Girl, this is dry. I need to get me a new one. I don't know. Why does she need Eric? Love the old school letter. These people are whack-wah. Don't look for any reasoning. You're right. You're right. This better work. I'm getting annoyed. Okay. No! Ugh! I feel like I just made it worse. I broke it. I'm so annoyed. Well, this was more to love. I gotta give myself a little bit of something. What else? What are you guys saying? Hey, Wah. Hey, SP. You burnt it. I didn't burn it. I know how to do it. I'm a child of the 90s. I know how to burn my lipstick. It came off kind of okay. This is what it's supposed to look like. Okie dokie. Now we're going to do more to love. Hopefully I can be more precise with this. Wait, is this a satin? Girl About Town. I don't want Girl About Town. I want Flat Out Fabulous. That's what I want. I'm not really into the satin lipsticks because they move about. Flat Out Fabulous is what I want. It's a little bit darker. And it's a matte. People used to be so like shocked when they would see me with this color on. They're like, oh, it's really bright. At first I thought when you took out that lipstick that I was going to be like, oh no, she's too dark for that color. And then you put it on and I was like, oh, I'm just like, she's too dark. How about the color isn't the right color? How about the color isn't the right undertone? Why am I too dark? Make colors that work for everybody's skin tone because not everybody's undertone is all the same. I think that anybody could wear any lip color as long as the undertone is appropriate. My lip skin is coming off. Not coming off. What's the word? My lip skin is peeling. My lips are peeling. So, preach wall. Come through with the word, honey. Hey, Dion. Hey, girl. How are you? How are you? Nice to see you. Thanks for joining. All right. Ooh, Lucy, where have you been? Okay, you guys. So that is the end of this video. Thank you so much for coming along on this journey with me. Let me see. Let's see what my face looked like. Did I kind of blend away the... Oh, I did, kind of. You can still see the difference between the colors right here. I kind of did it. I wish I had like a face. I have a misting spray that I can put on, but it's not going to do what it says it does. I don't believe any of these products, even though it's still Pixie. I don't believe products. I just purchased them because I really want them to work. All right, so now I'm going to film my I'm going to get some food, and then I'm going to film my real 90-day fiance video. I've got my notes on my phone. How long was this video? How long did we sit here? I don't know. Ooh, 388 people watching. Hooray! Thanks for the thumbs up. I got 5 thumbs down. You guys, go right now and thumbs up this video. Who's thumbing down? Who wasted their time even coming over here to thumbs down a thing? Who? These people are crazy. You're welcome, S. Betty. Hey, T's Charge. I'm leaving right now. You guys are just missing me. I'm doing the final touches. Okay, what is this? This is Rose Glow Mist. It's with 7 flower oils. I don't know what it's supposed to do. Let's read. It is A dual phase elixir packed with essential fatty acids and antioxidants, leaving skin with a natural glow. And it helps moisturize skin, improve elasticity, and provide free radical protection. Before makeup, didn't do that. Anytime after makeup, sets and adds a natural dewy finish. I don't think it sets, but you know, people can say whatever they want to say. I was ready for the live comments of 90 Day, turning on notifications so I'll know next time. Yeah, turn on your notifications, you guys. Thumb this video. Don't forget to thumb up my videos. It really, really does help. I was really proud because I went to Google 90 Day Fiancé today. I put in Google 90 Day Fiancé, that is it, and my video popped up right underneath like the first thing of TLC talking about it. I was like so honored. So honored. It made me really happy. So so it gives you a dewy look. It looks good. Thank you. It's supposed to give me a dewy look. So yeah, I was really honored. So don't forget to thumbs up these videos, you guys. It absolutely does help. It helps get the word out there for people who love to listen or talk about 90 Day Fiancé. And that is it. It's going to take me a second to shut everything down, so let's everyone say their goodbyes. An hour and 45. Girl, that's long. All right, I'm going to leave it up because I know people are going to might want to see it if they want to. I got to get ready. It's 3:50. I got to start filming. And it's going to take me a second to get dressed and to put my camera back together because I dismantled it all to put my phone on my tripod. So 60 hours a week, you guys. 6 days a week. 10-hour days. Your girl is doing it. She is doing it. This is going to be a ho 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 good Christmas. Okay, that is it. You did miss it. You can continue to put up, you can continue to type. It's going to take me a second to shut this all down. But yeah, I'm still talking. I want to thank you guys all so much for attending. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you, Imin. Thank you, Gullible Girl. Thank you, Margie. Thank you, Hot Cocoa Bang Bang. Thank you, Gold Blooded. Thank you, LaRue. Thank you, Mariah. Thank you, Dee Dee. Thank you, No Lo. I can't say your name. Erica. Paulindo. Thank you guys so much. Brea. Laugh Through Life. Olivia. Lucy. Michelle Big B. Thank you, Sassy Cat. Thank you, Tease Change. Thank you, Lima Bima. Thank you, Elsie. Thank you, Calandra Jackson. Thank you, Thado. Gosh, thank you guys so much. Dion, thank you, girl. Thank you, Ashley. Thank you, Zoe. Thank you guys all so much for joining. Evs Babes. Who else? Bio, Sarah Hassan. I know a Hassan and a Hassan spelled the same way, so sorry, Sarah. Thanks, Nika. Thank S. Betty. Thank you, Trevine, Precious NC, Killer Cha-Cha, Beth. That's as far back as I can go. Gina, thank you so much, Gina. And Lifestyle with Abby, Lisa 830, Angie Couture. Yeah. All right, you guys, have a fantastic day. Again, remember to be you, be true, and find your place. Oh, this is a terrible view. Be you, be true, and find your place.